Hello, welcome to the Timmy Verne show. And who do we have? We have Lord Stunmold. Gosh, Lord, you're back again.
Yes, I am.
Okay. And are you keeping well?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So,
Excuse me.
I was just about to say that, Lord, actually.
I seem to have a bit of gout.
Okay, well, let's hope nothing falls off. Now, the White Cliffs of Dover.
Yes.
Yes. Well, there was an event recently being held there, a diving event actually. People are trying to beat the world embolism record. You know.
What's embolism?
I think the idea is to get the bends as quickly as possible by coming up to the surface. Do you think this was under publicised?
I think it was under-publicised. I didn't hear about it. It's something that I myself would take great joy in seeing people get the bends. When I was at Eton, we often saw people get the bends, but not in the way you might think.
Right. So there's something beneath the surface there at Eton.
There's something beneath the surface, it's above the surface, sometimes it's beside the surface. That's beside the point.
Okay, but would you join in with these people who are diving in this way?
Yes, I do believe I would. I think there's something liberating about jumping off cliffs. They may be the White Cliffs of Dover, and seeing the extent to which I could get the bends. It reminds me of Eton.
Right.
There were a few benzers there. Benazole. Was that the drug we took? I think that's one that put us to sleep. That's the one that led to the complaints and the legal class action. I better not talk about this. It evokes too many happy memories, of which I've been sued in the past.
But do you think these people are a bit strange to do this activity?
Yes, I do. I think they're strange, and for that, they should very much be encouraged. We live in a world of make-believe, some believe. Who knows? Is it a fairy tale? Is this the dream that's happening in the mind of a man who, frankly, is gay?
Do you believe we should make our own belief?
Pardon?
Do you believe we should make our own belief?
Well, I believe we should. I believe we should make our own beliefs and make other people's beliefs if they're not industrious enough to make their own. I, for one, have always made my own beliefs. It was something my father instilled in me. However, I rejected his teaching as it wasn't my own belief.
Were you also into Airfix models?
Very much so. Airfix models were the things that got me through the childhood depression brought on by the grooming gangs of Eton. The grooming gangs of Eton made sure that everyone was smartly polished off.
And what part did the glue play in this?
It was the thing that stuck it all together, really. One could say that the parts were fixed in a glue-like manner. However, what was lamentable was that sometimes the glue came unstuck, and they're in the social fabric of Eton. It was falling apart sometimes.
So you recommend that people don't come up for air too quickly. They take things slowly.
Take things slowly. It's always better to turn a bend than to have the bends. That's what I've always said. Well, at least for the last 2 minutes.
And is there a way of turning this around, do you think?
Yes, I do. I think that if we, as a community, pull our thinking caps on, pull our best foot forward, our chin up, who knows, this time next year, we could all be dead.
But don't you think it's great to strive for world records?
I do. I've striven for many world records in my time. I've achieved none of them. The striving was futile. But the striving at least taught me a lesson. Striving for world records is futile.
Right. But there is truth in futility sometimes, is there not, Lord?
Yes, it's the truth of futility and the futility of truth. It's how we can believe something, but who cares? sometimes I've held on to very strong beliefs in my public life, and at the end of the day, nobody cared that I held on to them. However, I held on to them like I was a dog with a bone. In fact, that was one of my beliefs, that I was a dog with a bone. People didn't care. I got the sack from many places. I rejected that idea.
Yes.
I rejected it as a truth. It wasn't my truth.
Oh.
People didn't care that I rejected it. I was still escorted from the building. In many ways, my life is a paradigm for the unreal becoming a bit of a twat.
Oh, well, Lord. Personally, I believe that being sacked on a regular basis is somewhat what's that over there, do you think, Lord?
It's the ghost of Ian Paisley! No surrender. I'm gonna sexually molest you all.